Razaban for FightHype.com with me. I've got Johnny One Dog Nelson.
Let me just tell you, the sun's shining in Sheffield. It's like a sun trap. It's like last of the summer wine, the sun's always shining. It's how we roll up here. What? We wear shorts in September, in November. It's how we roll.
I was gonna say, you don't have to travel this time around.
Yeah, it's
local.
Nice. It's nice. But you know what? I think Saturday night you're gonna realise what Yorkshire hospitality is all about, because when the fans get in the football ground, 27,000 fans, you'll hear Sheffield support regardless, and they'll appreciate it. It's going to be a great fight, 50-50. Both fighters, you can see a reason why they'd win and a reason why they'd lose. So to me, it's going to be a good night.
Errol Spence, Kell Brook, regarded as many, not just in the UK but even across the pond in America, as potentially one of the fights of the year and one of the best fights that you could make in boxing because of the styles. Both undefeated at welterweight. One's a champion, one's regarded as being the next big thing in the welterweight division. But Johnny, first, there's been a lot of talk about the weights. So just explain. People say that yes, 160 was almost.
Kell has always struggled at the weight, but he's made it. We saw, I think, the Carson Jones fight. The public then realised it was a weight issue. Kell making welterweight. He can make welterweight when he does it correctly. That's number one. Now he's gotten older. Now he's matured out. We saw him fighting Gennady Golovkin, and we thought that is your weight. No, he's actually light middleweight. You know, he's boxed Gennady Golovkin at middleweight. He's a light middleweight. Kell, and that suits him down to the ground. But now he's got to get back down again. They're making the comparisons of Roy Jones jumping up 2 stone to heavyweight, not being the same fight when he came back down again. Completely different. I think
your good friend Dave Colwood made that comment, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. So I personally think there's 2 fear factors here for Kell. 1, the weight. 2, Errol Spence. To me, the biggest fear is the weight. If he does the weight right, I expect him to do a job on Errol Spence mid to later rounds. If he hasn't done it right, I expect Errol Spence to do a job on him mid to late rounds. And that's how crucial the weight situation is, the weight issue is, because he needs to be on point, completely on point here when it comes to this fight.
So the weight issue, is it about
anybody can make weight. I could get you down to 7 stone, but you won't be able to tie your shoelace because you'll be weak as anything. So it's not about getting down to the weight, it's about getting down to weight and being healthy, being strong, being fit, having stamina, being sharp, being smart, and that's all these things come into play because it's the most dangerous sport in the world. So that's why making a weight, anybody can do it, but it's doing it correctly so you're strong with it.
What did you make of a couple of weeks ago? I think it was 4 weeks out. He was on 154, 153, and this week he's 148.2. I think this week in the IBF.
I think it showed how serious he is about this. I think it shows the threat on this to say I cannot afford to slip up here. I'm in Sheffield, bragging rights are here standing for me. I can't make this boy beat me on my patch. Errol Spence is coming over here with a contingent of American media because they're expecting to do they were expecting Jeff Lacey to beat Joe Kazaki. So Kell's got to send him home with a tail between the legs and say, look, next time think twice before you come home to back your body.
At what stage in the fight would we have an idea that Kell is okay at the weight?
Once you get past the halfway round. But once you get past 5 rounds, then you'll know. You'll see what he's like. Because what he'll be able to do is be able to pace himself. He won't be rushing the fight. He'll be able to pace the fight, control it. You know, if he's struggling with the weight, he'll try and rush it to get it over and done with, so it doesn't get to the later part of the fight where you're weak and you're tired. So if he's not rushing and he's boom, 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 on point, then you think he's all right. He's all right. So patience is the key.
For the American's sake, Errol Spence, the truth is the next big thing. What do you make of Errol Spence? You know, he hasn't had those career-defining fights, relatively still a novice in the game. His first title fight, I know he's fought here before in the Olympics, but do you think this atmosphere that we're going to have at Bramall Lane's going to get
Well, he's not lost as a pro, so he doesn't know what it's like to taste professional defeat. And I don't think he's ever been in a situation where he will hear the crowd booing him completely against him. So for fighters, there's two ways this turns out. It's fight or flight. He either puts you in your shell and you're intimidated by the crowd, or you think, right, if you're going to get me, I'm going to get one of your boys first. That's what I used to think when I was getting booed, when I boxed in Brazil, Thailand, all over the place, when they were all against me. So I thought, all right, you're going to get me, I'll get your boy first. And I actually performed better away from home. We're going to see if Errol Spence performs better away from home at world class.
talking about that, on the weekend we saw Gervonta Davis, and I was there in Copper Box. It's not the biggest arena in the country, but the atmosphere was hostile towards him. There were people throwing beers at him. I'm sure we're not going to get that Bramall Lane, but people throwing beers at him, and again, like, as you just said, he got the boy first. Yeah, he got that boy first, and that he's thinking, right, if you're going to get me, let's deal with this. So it's the character of the individual, and so we're going to see what kind of if Errol Spence's character is fragile, then we'll see when he gets into the arena. We'll see him start to complain to the referee. If he starts complaining, that means the crowd are getting to it. I was listening to some podcasts and they're talking about how Errol got clipped. I cannot recall the name of the person. I saw the fight. Got clipped in the back end of the round. I can't remember his name. Errol got clipped. It took him the second half of the first half of the next round to come through it. But he can be hurt. He can be hit. But does Kell carry that one punch?
Oh my goodness! Listen, you ask anybody that's boxed Kell, anybody that's sparred with Kell, Kell's jab is like a stun gun. You think, where has that come from? And you can see the shock on their faces. Ask any of his opponents. His power is underestimated. The people think, wow, where's that come from? So if Kell hits Errol Spence once, this fight's done. It's done. Trust me, this fight is done. Because I know how hard the boy punches.
If Kell wins on Saturday, is he the best in the division, would you say?
He's the best in the division, but of course I think we may have a Amir Khan there as a guest, and he'll want to.
You fed up with that now?
Yeah, he want to mix up party. So I think now it's lost momentum. I think if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Don't tease us. Don't be like a girl that teases, man. Both fighters, don't tease us. Kell, don't tease us, that's happening. Amir, don't tease that, it's happening. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If it doesn't, it's not gonna happen. Let's both of you stop talking about it. So I think it's the people that are losing are them two, because it's a massive payday and the public lose the chance to see a big fight.
I know Sean Porter's in attendance this week. Was Keith Thurman here?
I heard he might be coming over, but it just shows the interest, the attention, the attraction of this fight. To fly over to the UK, to Yorkshire, to watch Kell fight. And I know Keith Thurman's a massive fan of Kell. We saw him out in Los Angeles a few years ago, and Keith Thurman, we were eating with him, he said Kell is the best in the division, and that was from Keith Thurman.
Final prediction?
I say Kell late stoppage. Kell late stoppage win.
Floyd Mayweather says Errol Spence late stoppage potentially.
Alright, then we'll see who knows most.
Joey Nelson, looking smart. What's the plans tonight?
Huh?
Anything happening tonight?
We'll get some food, G.
I've come from London, so I'm in your hometown.
Alright, I'll take care of you.
But you did say to me when you were supposedly going to be going to Jack DeGale, that you were going to treat me in New York, and that didn't happen.
We'll do it tonight.
We'll make sure. I'll text you later. Joey Nelson, for FightHype.com, thank you very much.